What is up, guys? Today we are back with the brand new cards that were released today from the Grand Tournament. So without further ado, let's get right into it. We have 4 new cards today, and I'm very excited for 2 of them for different reasons. So going into it, first we have North Sea Kraken. So it's a 9-drop, 9/7, and the battle cries deal 4 damage. Again, it's a card that I don't think is going to be great and constructed, going back to what I said yesterday. I think that it's probably going to be pretty good in Arena, and it's going to be one of those picks where it's like really great late game pick for Arena. And I really like it for Arena, but not for constructed. It's not going to be a good constructed card. I can almost guarantee that being 7 health, 9 drop, I don't see it in constructed at all. I just don't see it. Any ranked play, it'll be a fun card, don't get me wrong. I think that a Battle Cry of targetable 4 damage is fantastic, but I don't think it's going to be relevant unless it's in Arena. But in Arena, it's going to be a beast, don't get me wrong. I think it's going to be fantastic. So moving on, we have Sacred Warrior. So we've seen quite a bit of argument over this on the forums, and I think I can say without a doubt it's going to be a staple in Priest once this new expansion drops. I think it's a fantastic card. I think that the ability to quickly heal something up and make it a 5/5 for a 4-drop makes it so it's one of those cards that has almost like a pseudo taunt where you need to almost get rid of it or get rid of its ability right then and there, or it's going to snowball out of control. Having a 7/5 for 4 is ridiculous, and that is easily possible. Even more than that, honestly, there's definitely quite a few ways that could go where it'd be more powerful than that. But I could see it being very good, and having the pseudo taunt that it does, it's probably going to be a staple for Priest. I think this is absolutely one of the best commons that we've seen from the set so far. Moving on, we have Wilfred Fizzlebang, guys. Wilfred Fizzlebang. I am so excited for this card. 6-drop 4/4. That's all right on its own. I don't think it's terrible. Um, just because its stats are mediocre, because it has the survivability, because you're not going to have, a frostbolt unless it's boosted from spell damage, in which case you messed up anyways. So, you don't really need to worry about that. So, it's going to be one where you need to have removals in place for it, because as soon as you get a chance to use your hero ability, you have the possibility of getting, a Malagos for 0. I mean, that's ridiculous. Some of the possibilities this card opens up are just disgusting, and I know some other people on the subreddit pointed it out not too long ago, but I think we're probably going to see a lot of Wilfred once this expansion drops, in the funny Hearthstone videos that Trollden and a few other content creators make. Because, let's be real here, there are so many things that could happen as far as this goes. So many combos that could happen, because you're taking the cost of it, of whatever your next card is, and you're making it 0, which adds that much more utility as far as mana goes when you're able to play Wilfred at, turn 7 and get value out of him. So it's going to be one of those ones where it almost is going to be extremely overpowered, or it's going to be garbage tier. I think it's going to be overpowered. I think people are going to find a way to use it, but its consistency is going to be something that everyone's going to have to take advantage of fully. Like, make sure that they know exactly what the chances are that it's going to yield positive value, and then just going off of that. Because you're not going to want to use it if it's going to be a negative valued minion like 80% of the time. But if, 60% of the time it has value, then maybe it's worth taking. Again, it's going to come down to just how it goes, and there's no way to really say how it's going to go until we see it in action. So I'm pretty excited for this one. I was hoping we'd get some unique Warlock stuff to play, because, I really do enjoy Warlock as a class. It's probably my favorite class. So seeing this, it's been very interesting, and I'm very excited for it. Moving on to the final card of the day that we have, King's Defender. So for every minion with taunt you control, gain +1 durability. No. If it was an ongoing effect where it's every minion you summon that has taunt, gain 1 durability, that would be good. That would be good. I think that would be pretty valuable. It's not, and I don't think it's going to be that valuable, seeing as it can be taken down to a 2-cost value if you don't get any taunts out before it. So I'm not seeing it. I'm just not seeing it. There are too many. There are two really amazing weapons for warrior, and this is just not going to compare to them. It just isn't. There's just no way to get around it. I really don't see this being very good. But you know what? If people find a use for it, so be it. That'd be awesome. But I don't think. See, this is Blizzard again trying to push the meta into like a slow, more thought out deal, like a more slowed down and strategic tempo. But by putting cards in that aren't going to counter the speed of aggro decks now, you kind of run into a wall. And I think that's something that we're probably going to see right off the bat before a lot of the synergies with the new cards are revealed, before we see all these cards that are going to be very overpowered when they get played. Again, going back to yesterday, I think Kodo is going to be really good, and I think Fizzle is going to be probably pretty good, but I'm not sure yet. It could go either way. And I just don't see this being used unless some crazy amount of taunts come out for Warrior, or something that summons taunts, or an Inspire. If there was an Inspire that summoned 1/1 taunts for Warrior, I could probably see this being used, because that means that you're going to be able to play just a couple taunts and then use its hero ability, and suddenly you have value on King's Defender. It becomes a 3/5, which is very powerful for that mana cost. So unless we see an Inspire that drops taunt minions, I'm not seeing this used, honestly. Or something significant comes in as far as taunts go, but we'll see. Again, we've seen less than a quarter of the cards at this point, so there's no point in really speculating the usability of cards that may rely on the rest of the cards in the set. And I think this might rely on the rest of the cards in the set. We'll see. There might be some fun interactions with Argus and Sun Fury going into this, but I'm not going to go into that yet. We'll see. So that about wraps this one up, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any comments, questions, concerns, drop them in the comments below. I respond to every message. Just tweet me, comment, something. Say something. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace.